Hey Flosstube, it's me again. I attempted actually to record this intro earlier, but it turned out when it came to me showcasing stuff, not a single thing, or sorry, tell a lie. I think maybe one thing was actually on camera, and even then, it was barely on camera. So let's try this again. If you haven't heard any noise in the background, it's because I'm copying files from a USB disk or drive to my PC, not to mention I got ambient audio. Anyway, the QR code I was doing, I finished it. Took me 5 days apparently, according to the screenshot thing. I was hoping it'd take less, but nah. It ended up taking the 5, so I stuck to it. So yeah, that's it. Unfortunately, it cannot be scanned. I've tried. I don't know if it's just because of the way I cross-stitch or what, but it cannot be scanned. But for those curious, it says wandering is a terrible sin. Right. Now, I can't remember if I've shown this. I probably have. But there's that. There's another project I did in between the big bendy cutout. For those that didn't know, just before doing Wandering is a Terrible Sin, I actually did the cutout itself. I believe I showcased that in my last part, that I managed to finish it. But this is the thing that for the most part did show up on camera, but not very much. Hopefully it's showing up this time. I'm used to sitting on my bed, you see? Not on the floor. Anyway, on to the main event. This thing, this blasted kit that I got back in November 2011 with a couple of the others in a set, because the full set wasn't available where I got them. Unfortunately, they didn't have the hand wash only. But this thing, whoops, that wasn't supposed to follow this box, never mind. But this thing I tried to do back then, and I didn't manage it because I mucked up on this side. Yeah, that's the Ada that actually came with the kit, by the way. Yeah, that's the most I did back then. You can tell I'm really good at full coverage pieces, huh? And then, I think it was last year or the year before, possibly last year, I had a second attempt. That didn't go well either. In fact, let me grab this. If I was to put that on there, try and match it across, try and hold it up. I'm not sure how straight this is gonna be. I'm not sure whether it's either tea or hot chocolate or coffee stains on the end on, but whatever. Yeah. That's the size of it. Or the height of it. So, yeah. Overall, it's, if you think about it, not too bad. But no. Not happy with that, and overall, in that, if I didn't make those mistakes, yeah, it might have been a finished product. So instead, I'm going to have a third shot. In fact, yes, this recording. Earlier's recording was actually showcased me just holding the fabric itself and setting it all up, like putting the masking tape on the bars and then attaching the fabric to the bars with more masking tape, and then because I can't find where my drawing pins are, putting parcel tape around it. Because I stitch this way. I suppose I could do the in-well stitching, but nah. I remember when I first got the bar frames, I did attempt that and just kept pushing the fabric down until eventually it came loose, and that's with the masking tape and the drawing pins and what have you. So I'm just doing it that way around. I got 7-inch frames top and bottom, 6-inch frames at the sides, because apparently that's the size needed. It perfectly covers, well, sort of pseudo perfectly covers the side bits, especially this one slightly overlaps, but for top and bottom, pretty much perfectly covers. So that's alright. Yeah, because it is the image itself. Try and hold it a reasonable bit, because to me it looks like, hey, I got it high enough, and turns out no, I haven't. There's my key that I have all colours bar 1, hence the changed number for the substitution. And if you're wondering why I'm doing this as opposed to going back to the dragons, is because, yes, I took all my stuff out for doing the dragons. I even took the bloomin' Ada out, put it on a hoop, that sort of thing. And then when I was getting ready to continue on, I realised I mucked up one of the colours. So I had to take that colour out completely. And by mucked it up, as in, it's not even in the pattern at all, so I'm not sure why I used it. So I took that out, and I was about to get started, and I was just like, yeah, maybe later. It's like, I'm still determined to get that sheep picture done. I'm just going to get on with that, come back to this after. So, I get the sheep, I get the sheep picture. Now I'm going to try, because of the amount of times I keep trying to do this, I'm going to try something. I'm going to try and see, I was going to say see if I can try and doing the whole loop method, but I've done that anyway because of the plastic canvas, so I can do the loop method. In fact, there was like another picture I did previously, I might have shown it in another video, but I'm not sure, but that I actually use the loop method throughout, so that's no problem. Other things that I've not tried are the parking method, be it regular or diagonal, because of the way I cross stitch. I'm not sure if it'll go down well, but it's worth a try. And something I rarely attempt, because within seconds my brain's like, nah, is the whole UK method of one square at a time. Because you get your go down and then up or whatever. The Dutch method, but still in the UK we have one square at a time, and I think a lot of people do that regardless. But, I tend to do a mix of the both because of the way I cross stitch. I do a mix of both. And for those that don't know what I mean by the way I cross stitch, never the same way twice, shall we say. That's all I'm going to say. Never the same way twice. Some people might moan about how it makes things look overall, but I think it gives a nice texture. Personal opinion. And for those that have, other people that do know about, have tried stitching, doesn't matter if it's cross stitch or whatever themselves, they say it's no problem. They don't whine about it or not. It's like, whatever. If that's the way you stitch, that's the way you stitch. It looks alright overall, because you hold the picture up. You wouldn't tell the difference. Is it the same way twice? Is it not? So, it's only if you're right up to it, probably with a microscope or a magnifying glass. Yes. Because they're never the same way twice, I'm not sure how well that goes with parking. I might give it a shot. Because normally it's like I stitch so much with one colour and then I'd swap to another one and then do some with that and swap to another one. Although, regardless whether or not I'll manage the parking, and be warned, incoming pattern. So look away if you don't like them. I'm not sure how well this shows up because the usual symbols on colour. And because of how everything's big, due to it being landscape, not portrait. But you got the blocks of 10 here. I'm thinking of, regardless whether or not I do parking, I'm going to try and work the blocks of 10 either, because I actually work that way in columns, because they never send twice. All odds starts that way, ends that way. Evens starts that way, ends that way. So the odds are left to right and evens are right to left. Yeah. Yeah. Didn't ask about top bottom because that alternates depending on what column I'm in or whatever I'm doing. So, but I'm gonna try different things with this, see what it comes out like. And I'll let you know. So yeah, patterns away, so you can look again. So we'll find out that, because as I said, there's the key. All bar 2 flosses, I have them in here. Those other two flosses are actually my box. There. That's the clouds and the very top of the sky. I've put needles with each of them. There's my others. So in case I need to switch colours it quick. If I do the so many blocks or whatever, I might have to obviously take more needles out and more thread. Good old ones. £1, by the way, which I think's about 50, 60 odd cents if you go in US. Pretty good. I got them years ago. Still happy with them. And by years ago I mean they're like about 20, if not more years old. About 20. Because I started cross stitching in '98 and it was around then I got them, so there you go. Never out of the tools of the trade. Okay, so I'm going to see if I can get this started. And whatever footage accompanies it is whatever footage accompanies it. Could be gameplay footage. Could be digital cross stitch. I don't know. We'll find out.